Good morning, everybody. Today is August 7th, 2019, and this is the Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube, and I'm super excited to be here. We have a ton of stuff. I was going to just start with Jolly July and say a big thank you to everyone who stitched along, and to Priscilla and Chelsea for stitching along with me. And I was going to show you how much we have finished. Everything is, it's going to be actually 32. So we have finished all but 5, so that's super exciting. So all of the ones on the table here, she can just zoom in. I've already shown them to you, but these are all finished. And then the little sleds, this is for Will, Kevin, me, Emma, Christopher, and Peyton. And then we have to make one more for Piggy. So that was where the 32 came from. And then these are the 2 that are also finished. And that's the last one. And on these, we have videos on how you can finish them. And just remember that finishing is not my life forte. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny to watch myself because I don't think I know what I'm doing. But it's to let you know that you can do this. Like if you're not a finisher, if you don't have a lot of experience, you can do it too. Just come up with something easy and I just show you my way. I'm not sure my way is the right way, but I'm super excited about how much I got done. So I'm going to kind of show you a couple others that I'm going to just go here and let Lily zoom in. So I've shown this one before and I'm just going to show the pieces. Let's see. So this is Ho 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 from Christmas Cheer, Heart in Hand. This is It's Snow Cold Outside by Little House Needleworks. And these 2 have been done since. And this is Love by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I got Shelby to do my little eyes because I don't like to do French knots. And this one you've seen before. This is Christmas Cookies by Country Cottage Needleworks. This one is Christmas Cheer, and we had this one started last week, but now it's finished. And again, I didn't do the French knots. This is by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is 25th and Jingle, but this is from Christmas Cheer by Heart in Hand. This is Holly Jolly from the same chart. So Heart in Hand has 3 charts: Christmas Cheer 2, and Christmas Cheer 3. And I used all 3 of those charts and just picked the ones that I like. And this is also from one of those charts. This one was probably the most difficult because I kept changing the floss down here and really spent way too much time coming up with floss colors. So this one had me a little bit stumped for a little bit. This one is also from one of those charts. This one, it's actually not Christmas Cheer 3, it's Christmas Triplet by Heart in Hand. So this is from that one. And this is Fa La 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 from Country Cottage. I know, he's so cute. Or she, or the little deer. This is the 2016 Christmas Ornament by Little House Needleworks. And this one took a long time when I stitched this. Oh my gosh, it was so much white. I felt like I was gonna do white forever. This one is Merry Christmas. I did this one while I was on vacation. And this is by Little House Needleworks. And I also did this one on vacation. This is Merry Christmas by Little House Needleworks.
And lots of people are asking for all of these, what color Ada did you use?
Okay, so I used WICHELT Graceful Gray 14 count. And these are the last 5 that are not done. They're started. So this is like a ginormous snowman with a lot of white. And this one, just so you can see what it is, it's the Little House Needlework Frosty Flakes. So really there's not much to do. We just have to add the tree and the gift and the little arms. And then this one is so cute. This one is also a snowman. And it is He's a Flake by Little House Needleworks. And you can notice a trend that all of the snowmen I kind of saved to the end. And it's because I don't like working with white. So I kind of saved the best for last. This one we had started last week. It's The Stockings Were Hung by Country Cottage Needleworks. And the angels. Angels We Have on High, which is by Country Cottage Needleworks also. So that is all of our Jolly July. And by next week, do you want to zoom out, Lily? By next week, all of the Jolly July should be completely done. I am going to a wedding this weekend, and so I've got a flight there, a flight back. I have a ton of time to stitch. So next week we should be totally done with Jolly July stitching. And then the week after, we're gonna have a little party where we finish all of them. And the last one that I was saying I had 5 unfinished, the 5th one is gonna be Piggy. So Piggy needed his own. My little Piggy. Piggy's my dog. And then next, we have, I'm so excited, our next sew along or stitch along. So this is Happy Camper. It is a brand new chart from Lori Holt. This is the chart. This is how it would come in a plastic bag, and I want to show you some things about it. When we make our patterns, we publish these for Lori. This is on really thick cardstock. Glossy on the front, matte on the inside, and it is all in color. So that's all I'm going to show you because I don't want you to copy my pattern. But we have lots of photos. This, I'll tell you a little bit about it. She made this design where if you finished it just like this only, this fits an 8x10 frame, so that you can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's and just buy a frame, frame it yourself, and then you don't have to get it custom framed because that's really expensive. Or you could finish it like Lori did, and what she did is she used her vintage trim, her Farm Girl fabric, and this frame. And she got this frame at Hobby Lobby. It measures about 13 by 14, and we have a link to that below at Hobby Lobby. And she just bought this at her local store. So one of the things that Lori wants to do and to pass on to you guys is just finishing where it's affordable. So she's trying to keep that in mind when she designs something so that it will fit in a frame that you can buy at any store, and then you don't have to spend a lot of money. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sew along. There's the pattern. There is the cloth. This is stitched on the 25 count Lugana vintage cloth, and Lori designed it. And this piece is big enough. And there are 2 different floss packs. You can get either the DMC floss pack or the Aurifil floss pack. So, or you could use, if you already have her Be Happy or maybe it's not Be Happy, Be Basics Aura Floss box, you can just start with that because she's using all of the same colors. And then the needles. I wanted to talk about needles for a little bit. I have been stitching on this 25 count Lugana, and I would recommend a longer size 26 needle instead of a petite needle. So Bowhen size 26 or Pat's favorite needle size 26 work. I tested both of them, but a shorter needle is really hard for you to get kind of in the groove. So that's the only thing that I would say is in here that you're going to need a longer needle. So one of those would work. And now I'm going to show you the sew along and how we're going to do it.
Oh, yes.
No, I need my Halloween. Okay, so are you gonna pop that up? Oh, sorry. Okay, so week 1, we're gonna do the top left tree, and I'm not gonna start until next week. So I'm gonna start so I can show you kind of how I start. So the first week, and we're making this a little bit longer since, you know, we're kind of getting into fall and kids going back to school. So we're going to make it a little bit longer. So we've got week 1 and week 2 are that top row. Week 3 is the truck with the little girl and the little doggy. I guess it could be a kitty if you changed his color a little bit and shortened his tail. And then week 4 is the camper. Week 5 are the words, and I always love to do words. I think words are super easy. And then week 6 and week 7 are the bottom row. So we really hope that you join along with us. And I wanted to show you in my bag, I have all of my DMC ready. So I'm going to be stitching with DMC, and I put them on my little floss flowers. So I've got it all ready to go. I've got my needles, I have everything. So this gives you enough time to get your pattern. And this is one that's going to be totally fun if you want to totally change up the colors. You know, like some of you guys have been saying you'll have an Airstream, which I think those are like silver or white. So I think it'd be cool if somebody made it like match their Airstream. So I'm super excited that you're going to sew along with me, and our hashtag is going to be FQS Happy Camper. So we'd love for you to sew along. Lori will be sewing along too and showing, you know, her pictures and stuff. This is her thing. So we're super excited about that. So are there any questions about any of that? And before I just keep talking.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to go back to the ornaments first.
Okay.
Okay. So first question we have is from Lisa Collins. She says, "Hi, from CA. Can you tell me what color thread you use for the snowman and the ornaments? No love."
So we are using, for the colors, I'll tell you my general colors. We're using bamboo for white, really tealy for aqua, pink posy for pink, gingerbread for brown. The 2 greens we used,
4-leaf clover and jolly holly.
4-leaf clover and jolly holly.
Cherry tomato.
Cherry tomato is the darker pink, and the brown is,
We did gingerbread as a main.
no, the dark brown.
Hickory sticks.
Hickory sticks.
And tea biscuits for.
And tea and biscuits. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my little journal with me with my notes. And,
That's really impressive.
well, yeah, it didn't 2 of us to do it.
And along the same lines, Denise Hinkle is saying, "Kimberly, are your floss colors listed somewhere that you use for your ornaments? I love the color palette, please share."
Yes, so it should be on the blog, and it should be every video that we did. We listed below, and I used the same colors throughout all of them. So if you just went to one video, you would see them listed.
And then Lori Taylor was asking which white floss does Kimberly prefer, since we were talking about using it for the snowman.
So I'm using bamboo on these. I don't have a preference on white. Whatever I think matches, I go with. I just don't like working with white at all. So I don't have like a perfect white. Maybe one day. But with this, I thought bamboo would be, it's soft enough, and like on this, it shows up but kind of doesn't, but that's okay with me. Like it's a little light, but.
Ex-Stitcher Nadine says, "Hi Kimberly, have you tried using beads in replacement of the French knots since you don't like doing them?"
Well, I have some beads on part of this. So yes, I did some beads, but on the beads, even the small beads were too big for the eyes, so that wouldn't have worked. So Shelby does great French knots. So all I have to do is like walk down the hall and say, "Can you put some French knots in?" So if I have Shelby, I'm good. If she leaves, I might have to drive to her house.
Okay, so I guess my microphone's echoing, so I'm going to try to fix that while you answer these next couple questions. Leah Geary says, "Is Happy Camper done in 10 count?" And then along the same lines of count, Libby Clemens was asking, "Is 22 count easy to work with? I am used to 14.
Okay, so this is 25 count. It's easy. I was able to do it. That is the equivalent of 12.5 Aida, which obviously doesn't exist. You can definitely do this on 10 count. I don't know if the cloth is big enough though. So I'm going to look right now. The finished size is the stitch count is 109 by 84. Oh yeah, and if you did 10 count, it would finish 8.5 by 11. So you have plenty of room on that. If you did 14 count, it would finish around 6 by 8. And if you do 25 count, which is this, it's going to finish about 7 by 9. So, yes, you can do it on anything.
Okay, let me know if this was better or worse, guys. Okay. Deanna Stemberg said, "Good morning, everyone. Is Happy Camper stitched over 2 on that fabric?"
On this fabric, yes. She stitched it over 2. You can either stitch with 2 strands of floss or 3, depending on how much coverage you would like. I have been stitching my whip that I have in progress that I'm going to show you next over with 2 strands over 2.
And then the other question, kind of unrelated to the FlossTube stuff, but video question, Susanna Warner says, "Are your videos closed captioned? I can't find the place to set it." Our videos are closed captioned automatically right now, and usually after the fact we'll go back in and do captioning. So the automatic captions, there's like a little CC button underneath. It might not be active during the live stream, is my answer. Okay, I think that's all the questions for now we have on Happy Camper and the ornaments.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to whips. So now that we're kind of rounding up Jolly July, I've started my next thing. And you're going to see this is my hot mess. This is what happens when you start a project on vacation and you don't have any floss flowers or anything else. So this is literally like a bird's nest of stuff. But I didn't have anything to keep myself organized. So by the time I got home, I was already a hot mess, and I just figured I'd just stay a hot mess. And that's okay. So this is what I picked. Lori and I had gone to a cross stitch store, I think it was 2 years ago. It's called Patchwork Halloween by Jardin Prive. And I loved it, but I didn't love the colors. So I actually just put together my own colors. And we're gonna have a kit for this very soon, and so you can tell that I'm in process of a stitch right here. So I've got thread hanging out at the top because I just stopped in the middle. So I only have the top row to go right here all the way across, and then the border. So this one's kind of big, so it's harder to hold. Hold on a second. Here we go. I'll make this easier. This will work better. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the border. The border shows up as green and green, 2 greens, like a dark green and a light green. And what I'm going to do, I think, is an orange with white on the inside. And then there's also, like right here, there's like little back stitches that go down and around. They're kind of light looking. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do there because I don't really want to do any back stitches, so I might just leave it like this, or I might fill it in, but I'm hoping to be done next week. So that is my big whip, and also my other 4. So as soon as I'm done with this and done with my 4, the piggy one will only take like an hour. So as soon as I'm done with those, I'm going to move on. We're going to be doing a charity cross stitch next year. You know, I'm a quilt store first. That's how I started, and we raise money for Make-A-Wish every year, and this year we're at $21,000. And if you add what Moda and Kevin and I are going to be giving, we will be at $41,000. So we thought, well, we need to keep making more money for Make-A-Wish because it all goes directly to Make-A-Wish. What else could we do? So we are going to do a cross-stitch chart that has already been designed. It will coordinate with the quilt somewhat, and we'll be asking for donations for that. So next year we're going to be stitching along, but I'm going to make that sample also. And then after that, I'm going back to my mania. So I'm super excited to just keep going and have all these things to show you. So those are my whips, finishes, all the things. And I have more. So this is by Cheryl Cohorn, who works for us. Do you want to zoom in, Lily?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is called Autumn Bird by Heart and Hand. She stitched on 32 count platinum Lugana. We don't have that, like we don't sell that in the store, so she would suggest a 16 count white chocolate. She changed the color slightly and used Classic Color Works Colonial Copper for the pumpkin, used brick for the blanket, and sticks and twigs for the bird. She used Weeks Dye Works Dirt Road for the outline and pumpkin stem. And then for the green, she used Guacamole. So that is really cute. She's like doing laps on me. This is her next one. Heart in hand, needle and thread.
It's taped on the back. It's taped on the back.
So she used 32 count vintage country mocha on this one and the called for threads. And this is what the fabric looks like. That's really pretty. Really pretty. She's getting a lot done, but this one, guys, y'all are just gonna like love. This is really cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's so cute, right? Okay, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm still not used to the wool, the thing. So this is called Louise and Henry by Little House Needleworks. She stitched it on 20 count Rin Cashel, which we don't have. So she would suggest 32 count historic beiged. She used all of the called for colors, except she changed the white to 3865. And she didn't, this is really cool. So the words, I don't want to touch her work, but see, she left the W and the letters empty. And the reason she left it empty instead of filling it in is she wanted to make it look like Louise had been shed. So that's funny. And now I'm just figuring out that the Louise is the sheep or lamb.
Sheep.
And then the bird is Henry, I guess.
Singular is lamb?
I don't know.
I think.
I'm such not a farmer. But it's really cute. And so here is the fabric she would suggest. It's similar.
It is adorable.
I know, it's super cute. And then we have one more finish. This one is by Terry, who works in customer service. Okay, sorry, it's gonna sit down. And it is Hen and Chicks by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. So here's the pattern. I'm trying to make it not glare. There's the pattern. She used 18 count vintage country mocha. She used the called for DMC, and this tray is just from Hobby Lobby. And she's got it mounted. This is like ribbon right here. This green part is like a little ribbon, and then she has little pin tacks. This is a red and white fabric, and then this is like little twill that you could get from, I think we have some twill like this, but you could get it at Joann's too. So there's that. So that's super awesome. So do you want to zoom out a little bit before I, okay. So those are our finishes, and then I have more. I have some new stuff that we have. So more new stuff. So Cheryl brought this to my office a couple weeks ago, and they're really cute. They're called Thread Drops. Super cute. So you can use a ring on here, and you can put your thread on the other end. So this is how Cheryl's look. Super cute, right? So that's a new product that we have. So if you want to store it a little bit different than the floss flowers. And they're nice and sturdy, and you could write on them. Like this is what she did. Okay, I'm going to show you. She wrote with a pencil. It's on the other side. So that she could erase it, I'm assuming. So you can write on it. See, and she's got it written over here too. So you could write on there. And then we got this yesterday. This is called Boo Pin Mini. So this is a collaboration with Hands on Design and Priscilla Blaine, and this is the Boo Pin Mini. So this must go with her next Chalkful series, which is called Boo. Nobody has seen it, but I'm assuming it must have something similar to it because there's a ghost, a bat, and a little jar. So those came. Super cute. And then we have all of the new Brenda Gervais patterns with a needle and thread. So this is the first one. This is the second one. I'm trying to make it not glare, but it's hard, guys.
Yeah, if you like tilt it like forward.
I am, but
okay.
yeah. So this is Hickety Pickety. It's like a little rooster with a basket and a lady. A witch. This is Boo to You. I'm having a hard time with this, guys.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bright right now. Hey, look
there
at
we
that.
go. There we go. So this is Boo to You.
It did.
This one is Gone Batty. I think this will probably be the most favorite. So she has several ones that have faces. And so last time it was Spring Fling and it was a bunny. And so now we've got a kitty and it's called Gone Batty. So there's a theme. This one is a continuation of her Holiday Hoopla. And this is her Halloween.
You can zoom out a little if
Yeah,
that's
do
a little
that.
better.
Sorry.
You're good. There, let's try there.
And she's got this really nice green fabric. So we're going to try to source this green fabric so that y'all can stitch on green. And then Blackbird Designs re-released some of their older patterns that were discontinued, and they do that from time to time. This is Eleanor Rigby. It's a sampler, and it's a leaflet, so it's one page. There's a front, and this is the back, and then inside is the chart. This is Snow Garden. It says Anniversaries of the Heart pattern. And that is beautiful. If I made it, I would probably just do the top part, but that is beautiful. And this is the back. This is also a leaflet, so if you open it, it's just one page. This is Valentine Rose. And look at this cobblestone house. Super, super cute. So if you live in a white brick house, you could change it to white. And this is the back. And again, this is a leaflet, so inside it's just the patterns. And then it has the alphabet inside there, so if you want to change the words, you can. This one is Pink Hill Manor. This is the back. This is Farmhouse. So you can see like they have numbers on the roof, and so these are based on historic designs. You could obviously change the numbers to be, you know, if you live at 9401, you could change it to that, or you could change it to the year, 2020, 2019.
A specific number. 9401.
That was where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
I grew up at 9401 Clifford Drive. So I just made that up. Or you could just leave it plain. You know, I always have a reason for what I say, don't I? This is, oh my gosh, this is Happy Birthday. And it's a house. So all of these go together. They're part of a series. This is the back. This one is Clara Ellen, and a funny story is I love the name Claire, love it. Wanted to name my first daughter Claire. when Kevin and I got engaged, he said as a condition of our engagement, we would not have a child named Claire, and I am not joking. That was discussed within the first 24 hours. But my grandmother's name was Clarabelle, and so I love the name Clara. Yeah, she's my sweet grandma. And then Pumpkin Farm. These colors are luscious, like really. And that frame really sets it apart. And so it's got the alphabet, and see that big pumpkin right there? Oh my gosh, that's a big old white pumpkin. Cute. This is the back. And then Evergreen Lane. I'm just like drooling over here. I'm like speechless. I have nothing to say. This is just like some serious, beautiful stuff. And Blackbird Designs, they're awesome. We have worked for them for years in the quilting industry. They used to design quilt fabric that was based on some of their cross stitch stuff. So I have known Barb and Alma a long time. This is Elizabeth Jane. And this one has a little bit more a few more pages. This one actually has a couple of pages. And then we have some new Jack Frost. These are actually existing, but the Jack Frost we wanted to show you, we just wanted to show you that this is like a series, and you can make them singularly or you can put them together in a set. And if you go to the Little House Needlework site, they show you how you can make it one big, yeah. And so we wanted to show you that this fabric, we had some requests for the fabric, and we now have the fabric. So here's the fabric. It's 30 count linen, and the color is Portobello. And I would love it if some of you guys stitched on this, because there is about a 0% chance that I could see those holes. But it's really nice cloth. But we had a request for it, so of course we got it. And I wanted to show you that I am so excited. We have our new club that shipped. So our first month of the WICHELT club, you can choose from Aida 14 count or linen 28 count. And this is the shipment that went out this week or last week. And you can see that the linen is a slightly different color. And the reason why is, you know, it's just different cloths. And so thank you to everyone who signed up for that. And next month is white chocolate. And this is beautiful. And my good news is our charity stitch that we're going to do next year, that we're going to raise money for Make-A-Wish, it's going to be a completely free pattern. More details to come, but you know, you will have to pay for nothing. But we're going to stitch it on white chocolate, so that's great news, because if you are in our club and you get this next month, you won't even have to buy the fabric, because we are going to be using the fabric. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing with the club, is using them throughout the year so that you actually use what you get, because I don't like to sign up for things that just come and sit, which happens all the time in my house. Not with stuff from Fat Quarter Shop though. And then our other club that shipped yesterday is right here. Comes in this cute little bag. Oh my goodness. And you could, yeah, you could save it in there. You could save it so you can see it's got the month on it. But this is what you would get. So this is called Piggy Pink. And everything is going to be by colors. And Piggy is my sweet little dog. And there is a list on here of what you get. So you get 6 skeins. They're all going to be classic color works, and they're 5 yards each, and our first color is pink. So that's super exciting. Okay, so now I can answer questions, and then I still have more after that, but I thought I should pause.
Yeah.
I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry. I have a lot of stuff, so much pretty stuff.
Okay, so I don't know what happened to my microphone, so I'm just going to talk really loud to
Okay.
reach Kimberly's microphone, so I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling at you, Kimberly.
Oh, I'm good. You can yell at me.
Okay.
I yell back.
I don't need to. Okay. Okay, Mary Pankinen says, question, I find when I stitch regularly, I get a lot of elbow pain. How do you avoid tendinitis?
So I actually don't know the answer to that, but I know that I have been having some difficulty with my right hand. I have been having numbness, and I'm actually going to go to the doctor in a couple of weeks when my kids get back in school and stuff, because I have had some numbness, like I can even feel. So I definitely have something going on in my hand, because you can see all the things that I'm making. Because basically I stitch probably 3 hours a night. My kids are out of town right now, so I've been doing even more. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I've got something going on with my hand, because this hand and this hand, they don't feel the same. But I'm still going. I'm like not giving up. I'm just take some Advil.
Rhonda Power says, could a beginner do this? Referring to Happy Camper.
Yes, for sure. So if you were going to do this and you are a brand new beginner, I would start on either 10 count, which are bigger holes, or 14 count. That's what I would do. And you know, this would be cute on white, could be cute on brown. You could do this on navy and totally change it up. I mean, this, you can really make it your own. So cute.
Becky M says, have you tried colonial knots?
Yes, but I still like Shelby's knots better. Yeah, so we did a video. Cheryl did the video for us. Cheryl's a pro, and so she showed how you can do a French knot or how to do a colonial knot, and you can find that on our channel. But yes, Shelby's knots are good. So, but yes, I am one day gonna have to figure out how to do it.
Mary Keenan says, how do you store your patterns?
So I have like a little tray from, like, seriously, like Target or something. It's just they're just plain trays, and I just have all my quilt fabric in there. But all my cross stitches, what I do is I just put them in there flat, and they just pile up. I don't do anything special, and they're just flat. Instead of being vertical, they're horizontal, so they lie nice and flat, and that's kind of what I do. Nothing fancy.
Noreen Kilby says, Kimberly, are you mostly stitching in hand or using Q-snaps nowadays?
So I'm using stitching in hand nowadays, but if I do 10 count, I can't stitch in hand. I would have to use my Q-snap, but I have all my Q-snaps right over there. They're still here.
And then I saw a few people in the comments asking about what those small lights you said you use at night are.
They're called Vivilux, and you snap them. I think they're next to my bed, actually. I don't think they're here right now. They're literally next to my bed. They're little clips, and you put them on your glasses and you use them. So I use them in my bed, and I use them in my car. And then one night, like, a dance mom was like, a couple weeks later, was like, what are you doing in your car with those lights on your head? And I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm stitching. She was like, oh, okay.
That's funny.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, both me and Denise right now behind the camera, like, did the little clippy motion.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
clippy.
motion to Kimberly what they were.
Yeah.
It was like in unison, like it was choreographed. Anyways, okay.
And then Lily doesn't have any glasses, so she's just like...
I was just like in the air, yeah, I don't wear glasses.
She's gonna clip onto her hair.
Okay, and then we always get this question either during or after the live stream. But Quilt Queen 3, well, first of all, she said, love everything you do, Kimberly, all of your hard work, your Jolly July is wonderful. What is the pattern for the beautiful table topper, as I am also a quilter?
This.
Yep. Maple Leaf by Itsoema.
Thank you. Maple Leaf by Itsoema. Is it a paid pattern or a free pattern?
It's a free block pattern, and we have a tutorial, and to make the whole quilt,
okay,
it's a paid pattern.
So this is it's a classic and vintage, right? Yes. So basically, on our free pattern page in our site is how to make a block. What I did was I just took 4 blocks, added sashing. This is my little, and I used the leftovers from our video. So after our video, you know, we have step outs, which are considered like the different steps within. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take it home. And I just took it home, finished it, and all of that you can find on our blog. And I think I put the dimensions of what I made. And this is Big Tree Farmhouse 2. I do know that.
Hey, I didn't know. Okay. Jennifer Jungle says, are the thread drops plastic?
They're like paper-ish.
Like thick paper?
Like, okay, let me see. Here, Lily, you touch them and see.
Oh, okay.
To me, they're paper. They're not cardboard
Oh, yeah.
and they're not plastic, but one side seems a little bit glossier, not
Yeah.
glossy, but glossier, and then one side is more flat. And you can tell that when Cheryl wrote her name, she wrote it on the flat side.
Yeah, like it's like matte on one side.
Yes. So, but you know, like you could bend it, but it's not flimsy, so it kind of stands on its own, but it's paper.
Yeah, it's a paper product. Okay. And Mary Lou Kleiner says, I always stitch on Ada and have been stitching for 20 years. What size Lugano would you recommend as easiest to adapt to?
So I did 25 count, and okay, so let me tell you the story of my little Halloween. Let me tell you what happened. I was going on vacation, and I forgot a lot of stuff at home. So like I had some of my Jolly July in my bag, but I had forgotten all the things. So I thought, well, I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna finish those Jolly Julys. I need more. So I went in my closet, and I had this from the trip 2 years ago when Lori was with me. And I had this in my closet because it's Lori's, and anything of Lori's I always buy. And I thought, oh, those go good together. I got in my little car. I drove to Michael's, took 5 minutes, picked some thread because it was about to close. And that's how I literally came up with this, was just pulling stuff from my closet. And to be honest, I don't know if I ever would have tried 25 count before this. I was going to do 25 count on this. And it's super easy. I haven't had any problems with it because it is an even weave, so it's very similar to Ada in that it's not like linen where it's uneven. And the only thing is I just have to have longer needles. My John James Petite that I use when I stitch in hand on 14 count Ada, which is still my preferred choice, just you can't get the scoop down in it. And when I start the sew along next week, I am going to definitely show like why and how. And I really don't have a preference between the Bowen and the Pat Carson. The Bowen comes 6 needles to a set, and the Pat Carson come 25 needles to a set. There's definitely a price difference in the two. Some people love Pat Carson needles, and that's all they talk about. I like both. So it's really just personal preference, budget. I just prefer a longer to be able to get the grip, kind of like the scoop, if it makes sense. But when I start showing next week, I'm going to show what I mean so that it makes more sense.
Ilse Rojas says, for Jolly July, the floss is Classic Colorworks, but is there a DMC equivalent?
I haven't done a DMC equivalent. There are some charts if you Google Classic Colorworks DMC conversion, but they are not like approved by Classic Colorworks because Classic Colorworks is really its own thing. It's hand dyed. You're never going to get that same look, but you could go to those charts and see what you think, and then, you know, go from there. They're not going to be exact, of course.
And we have a few questions about the club, the cloth
Yes,
one.
yes.
Okay, so Stacy Fallon was asking, if I sign up for the WICHELT Club late, will you get the first month?
Yes, if you sign up, yeah. And the Floss Fix Club also.
Limited spots on Floss Fix.
And Floss Fix, we are limited on spots because we sold so many. So if you sign up today, I'm sure you're safe. But after this week, I can't guarantee. And I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just trying to be honest. I try to be as honest as I can but we do have plenty of cloth. So if you need to think about that, we've got plenty of cloth sitting here. But we have plenty of cloth because we're gonna use it all up. Y'all are gonna love it.
Sharon Berkemeyer says, can I still join the club?
Yes, both clubs you can join. And we're gonna be showing every month. We'll probably show almost every week because we want people to see kind of what we're offering, what we do different here. We're putting together some beautiful clubs. Me and Denise and Cody also helped. We hand selected everything, so I happen to be very proud of like the work we do, and just want to be able to show you what we're offering.
And then Candy Cruz says, is it possible to change fabric in the club? I signed up for Ada, but if I learn how to use even weave, would I be able to change
Yes.
or wait until next year?
You can change. You just email us. You can email Kathy, CATHY, at fatquartershop.com, and she will have you covered in a second.
And we do have a few more questions, but we can save them until the end.
Okay, so I've got a little bit more because, oh my gosh, I'm so special. I feel like I've got just way too much, but I just want to give a huge shout out because look, This is Piggy on a little tote bag. So I want to give a big thank you to Gabriel Fuentes. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Confetti cannon for Gabriel.
I know, he's so cute. So one thing that I was thinking of doing is, this is so funny. Okay, I'm either going to sound like a complete idiot or something or funny. So Piggy, he's like super lazy. So I was thinking of like when he's asleep, like putting this on his butt and like putting him in the bag and then like picking him up. So I'm gonna get a picture of Piggy in the bag. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, thank you. It's so cute. And then also wanted to show you that we are doing if you want to learn how to quilt, I'm gonna find the beginner. So this is our ultimate beginner quilt series, and this is our quilt. And if you want to learn how to quilt,
Sorry, I'm trying to show the whole quilt. That's why I'm moving.
oh, do you want me to move or?
I got it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I was moving and she was moving.
I was like,
So
wait,
this
no.
is our quilt, and if you want to learn how to quilt and you're just a cross stitcher, you can go to the Fat Quarter Shop channel, which is different than this one. It's our quilting channel, and we go over how to use a sewing machine, how to prepare your fabrics, basic supplies. There's a kit for this, but there's also fabric requirements, so if you want to do your own thing.
And this week is block 1, which is this guy.
This guy, yes, right here. Oh, sorry, I can't get my hands over
other
this.
side, yeah, the stripes.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Right here.
Right.
There, yes, go Lily. Okay, so tell me when you zoom out and then I can see
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then if you wanted to just have a reminder, on our channel we have a video on how you can turn Lori Holt's Eat, Sleep Stitch into a cute little bag. And this is hands-on design pattern called Love My Stitching. And we turned this into a bag. So I just kind of wanted to remind you that we've got other stuff that you can see on previous live streams. We're always trying to give you lots of ideas. And I will tell you that when I finish this into something, y'all are going to be amazed, because we have an awesome idea. And y'all are going to like love it.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm so proud of myself, but it's not me. I didn't do it. Somebody else came up with the idea. But it's going to be really cute. We had to like really think through it for like a week. It's like you come up with an idea and then you're like, but how does it really work? Or because we want to do different things on this channel. We want to show you original things and ways you can turn your stuff into something but our own style. I don't want to do anything that is similar to something somebody else does. So we want to be original.
And then I think we have a few like video housekeeping things we're going to talk about, like the
Oh yeah, so Lily's going to take over the show right now because, and I asked Lily to do this because this is really helpful for me when I want to watch my true crime shows. So she's going to explain, because I couldn't figure this out and Lily had to actually show me. And so I was like, well, if I don't know how to do it, can you show everybody else? Because I didn't know until she showed me how to do it. So I thought it would be helpful for you guys, not even just for our channel, but for all the channels you watch. So she's going to show you a little thing.
Yeah, so this applies to all channels on YouTube. So we've been hearing just that people don't get notified, like when there's a new video and when we go live and you're like, well, I'm subscribed and I've hit the bell like you told me to. So if you're on your computer, what you're going to do is go to like either a video or a channel page. This is our channel page I'm showing you guys. And that like red subscribe button you see on the right side, you want to hit that. So when you hit that, it looks like that. It turns gray and then there's a little bell. And you'll notice the bell is like empty. And if you're on your computer, all you have to do is just hit that bell one more time and it turns dark and it has those little like
Angel wings.
Angel wings around it. Thank you. I was like, I don't have a name for that. And if you're on your computer, that's all you have to do. You will receive all notifications. But if you are on a phone, there is an extra step that must be taken.
And this is where I was getting lost.
Hang on. Okay, so this is on a phone, a screenshot from a phone. When you hit the bell, If you're on an Android, you will immediately get this pop-up that says all, occasional, and none.
So on my channel, click all.
So yeah, basically if you want to know anytime we have a new video, anytime we're going live, to get a notification, hit all. And if you want YouTube to try to kind of guess what videos you might like better from our channel, but not always tell you, like exactly when we go live or every single video that we put out, then you want to hit occasional. And obviously none is if you're like, I don't want any notifications from this channel. The other thing is, if you're on an iPhone, there's an extra step.
Yes, and this is what I have, so.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. So on Android, if you hit the bell, immediately this will pop up. But if you're on an iPhone, you'll get a little like bar at the bottom of your phone saying options. So once you hit options, this pops up and then you can pick.
And you want to pick the top one.
Yes, for us, pick the top one, please.
Yeah, because that's where I was getting off. And then, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that this week we have 20% off cloth. How could I forget? So cross stitch cloth only, 20% off, and it is to celebrate World Cross Stitch Day. So World Cross Stitch Day is Friday. So, and I thought it would be also great because we're starting the stitch along, and so if you want to buy the cloth, of course we would love for you to buy it from us at Fat Quarter Shop, but it's all cloth. We didn't do just this one because we want you to be able to use whatever you want for this sew along. So, and that coupon is not for clubs, but only for cloth, and it will end, it started this morning and it will end next Tuesday night. So you have all week to think about what you want for this.
Okay. And then I'm seeing a couple more video questions here, so I'm just going to address them real quick. We had a few people on Facebook asking, how long do videos stay on Facebook and YouTube, and what is the easiest way to find our videos? Our videos that we post to Facebook and YouTube, they're there forever. Like, until YouTube and Facebook stop existing. They will be there. And I would say the easiest way to find us is actually on YouTube, because we have like curated playlists where you can just go and watch like all our live streams, or we have a playlist for all of our mania. You know, there's binge-worthy experiences on there, if you will. And then the other one was, I had someone asking about channel memberships. We don't have channel memberships enabled on the FlossTube channel, which is the one you're on right now. That is only on the Quilting channel, and that can just be its own conversation over there. Okay. And then we have just enough time for like a couple more questions, and then I don't know if you want to talk about the pictures that you gave me.
Oh yeah, so let's do the pictures first.
Okay. Okay.
So this is my children. So on the left is Christopher. He is 8. The second one is Will, and he turned 10 on Monday. The third is Peyton, and he turned 10 on Monday. And Emma is on the right, and she's 12. So for their birthday, last Friday, we took them to iFly. And they got to fly. I didn't show a picture of that because it was kind of hard to see. And then the next one.
Oh, sorry.
The next one is them like right before they went in, and Christopher's so cute with his little piece. I don't know where he got that. And then the next one is just a picture of me and them, and so that's super cute. So that's them right before they got in their little suits.
Aww.
They're so cute. And so they got a haircut that day, and they were super excited. So I just wanted to share some pictures of my week. They've been out of town since Saturday morning, and I want them to come home right now because I miss them.
Okay, so just going to take a couple questions here. Susan Chan says, you always talk about your headphones. Are they cordless, and what type are they?
I'll show you. They are right here. I'm charging. So I will tell you that I used to have Beats, which are by Dr. Dre, and I had them because they're pink, and I loved them. But I had some problems with them, and then I kept breaking them because I would sleep in them. And then finally they said, well, they're so old that you would have to pay to get refurbished ones. And I said, no thanks. So now I have Bose. They're gray, and they're like this, and I can hardly hear anything, and I love them, and I take them everywhere with me, like on the plane. If you see me in the airport, I'll be like this. Like, I take them everywhere. I sleep with them. I work with them. I would say maybe a noise sensitivity. I don't like a lot of commotion. I like my house to be very chill. And so my kids can be a little kind of crazy. And I also listen to a lot of podcasts which are crime related, or might watch TV on my phone, and I don't want them to see it. So I just put it on, and then they can do their own thing. They play Minecraft together, like they'll all sit in a circle and like build each other's houses or whatever they're doing. So then we can all be in the same room and I can do my thing, but they're just bows. I've had them for about a year. But they were over there charging. So I'm glad I actually brought them, because I forgot them yesterday and about how to fit, because I was like, oh, I can hear everything. I can really zone in and focus with them on.
We had a lot of people asking, do they need a coupon code for the cloth discount?
Nope. It should already be automatic.
And then Joanne Wolf says, hey there, I stitch on 14 count Ada, but I need something lighter than Vintage Country Mocha, but darker than lamb's wool. Any suggestions? It's hard to tell colors on the computer. Thanks.
If you could email me at kimberly@fatquartershop.com, I can, we can go look. We have a color card somewhere that we can kind of look at.
Okay. And then just a couple of nice and or funny comments. Peach said, I love Kathy at Fat Quarter Shop. She put a little heart. We were talking about Kathy earlier. And then Jennifer Jungle says, haha, Kimberly, I used to put my fur baby in my hoodie pocket until she got a little too heavy. My husband thought I was crazy.
Oh, no, I'm crazy about that dog. Like, the dog sleeps, like, on top of me or between my legs, or that dog is like, and then I have to take him to daycare every day. He is a spoiled little thing. He's so popular at the little daycare, though.
Deanna Stoutenberg says, can you do a conversion for a Happy Camper with Classic Colorworks?
You could I would probably suggest looking at one of the charts online, maybe.
And Lisa Collins says, what is the blank space under the cat for?
It's in your Halloween one. There's a blank space.
Okay.
in there.
Oh, I see.
Denise told
Okay,
me
this
she knew what it was.
is, okay, so if you, right there is, let's see, right there, that is a spider web in white.
Oh.
And it's all backstitch. So I am going to do backstitch last, and if I don't put backstitch there, I'm just going to put a pumpkin or something, but I just wanted to do it last because it's backstitch. But yes, I need to not forget to do that part, because that would be totally me, like, to totally leave it out. But yes, I'm going to try to attempt to do it's a spider web in white. I just kind of want to do it last.
Okay, that's all the time we have for
Yay! So
questions.
thanks for joining me today. Have a great week, and I will see you guys next week. And I can't wait to start Happy Camper with you guys.